Oh, all right. We got the old cruiser man in the house.
How's it going, my friend?
It's going pretty good, cruiser man. I just finished my one-arm pull-up workout. Or what have you been doing past couple of 20 minutes?
I've been trying to locate a room. I've been hitting up girls on dating apps on my phone, trying to start up a conversation to ultimately try to see if I can perhaps live with them. If I could somehow live with them, you know.
That's a very good idea that you got there, cruiser man. Hopefully, it's a nice-looking lady that you can live on with.
I doubt it, but probably going to be hefty and rotund or not so hot. But I ain't got much of choice.
Right, cruiser. That's better than the roommates you've had in previously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, have any of them actually responded to you yet?
Not well, no. I was talking to a couple of them, but I haven't gotten to the part of me asking them if they'd let me move in. One girl said, so I said, have you been dating much? She said, no. And I said, oh, so you must be pretty tight then. And I was ultimately going to get, you mind let me move in, but I haven't got there yet. And she hasn't wrote me back since I asked her if she was tight. So she might not write me back, you know,
Oh, how old was this girl?
49.
Oh wow, she's up there then. Wow.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
yeah,
some
I'm
of
up
them are
there
quite
too.
lookers.
Yeah, well, she
Some of
would
them
look
are
like a
quite lookers.
lesbian. She looked like a lady truck driver, but listen, I can't really afford to be picky right now.
Yeah, that's true, especially with this virus going on around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, first, another thing too is I know, and all the OGs that have been following Cruiser a while, we all know that your channel, no offense, attracts some weirdos. You know that,
Sure, yeah.
right? Yeah, and because people look for mental health on YouTube in the past, especially when you used to make the introverted loner type of videos and social anxiety, and it attracted quite a lot of weirdos to your channel over the years.
Yeah. A lot of
So
weirdos. Go ahead.
yeah, and you got Dan Siley. You remember Dan Siley?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
What do you think of that guy?
He seemed alright at first, and but I know he wants to marry like a 14-year-old. I mean, that's weird. That's not good.
No, it's
I don't
not.
know. Like, I must be sociopathic. I'm not filled with hate. I should be filled with hate and loathing towards this guy. I don't even think about it. I just go, yeah, that's inappropriate. I would not be for that. I mean, that's a bit creepy and whatnot. And then I just, oh,
Yeah.
how you doing, Dan? Like I just talk to him like normal, and I know I should have some deep seated hatred towards people like him. I should. I don't even think about it. I don't know why.
Yeah, actually, I'm the same way too, because I would never do such a thing. First of all, that's inappropriate. That it serves no benefit to the child or the parents or anybody involved, really. And it's horrible. It causes a lot of bad things. Needless to say. But
Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, it's weird because I'm like you. I mean, I'm not enraged by this guy at all. Like, if I had the choice, I mean, I guess I would be, but I just, I'm like you. I have no control over it. Things just don't enrage me. If it's not done to me, then it's not like an anger trigger that I get.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
I can relate to that. So that's another thing that you and me have in common with.
yeah.
Would you say, and be honest, do you believe I'm a sociopath?
I think, I mean, sure, you might be one because I mean, you're never serious. I've never seen you act in a serious way. You've never become emotional about anything, any death, or you'd probably joke about your own parents' death. If you had a wife and she died, you'd probably make a joke about it. Like, yeah, I just don't see you taking anything serious or having empathy or like any true human emotion. I mean, you're pretty much just a troll.
A
That's
happy
it.
guy.
Yeah.
I think probably everybody has seen me only happy. That's it. So I can definitely agree with that part too.
Yeah.
Even with this whole coronavirus thing, I know I'm a hermit myself, and I have a immune system that could take care of it probably, but
Yeah.
it's just other hermits out there like yourself. Are you afraid of it? Oh yeah, I know you're afraid of it because you were being evicted and everything. So that's a different story for you.
Yeah. I'm a little worried.
But
I'm a little concerned. Yeah.
actually, I have emotions for you, Cruiser, and concern for you. I see you as one of my best friends, so I think maybe that's puts less weight on the whole sociopathy thing for me.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
you see me
Yeah.
as a good friend?
Sure. Why not? You know.
Sometimes, I rustle you around a little bit, but I see you as a little brother. You're like my little brother.
Oh, I see. But I could be your dad. I could be your father.
Yeah, I know that, Cruiser man, but to me, that's just how I see you. I don't know why. Maybe if souls are, in fact, a thing, I must be a really ancient old soul. Who knows?
Maybe. Sure.
That
Yeah.
just looks everybody down in a sense. Everybody's younger, and so I even at work. There's these 30-year-olds, and I say, and there's this one worker in particular that looks pretty nerdy. He's very nerdy. He's 34, and I say he's a good worker. And people ask me about him sometimes. I say, oh, he's a pretty good kid, and I forget my own age sometimes.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy there, huh? So, Cruiser man, hopefully one of those ladies respond to. I mean, at least you're getting responses. That's the first step.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll move in with one of them, perhaps, or someplace else. We'll see. I got time. We'll see.
Yeah, Cruiser man, and I think this is probably one of the more serious conversations we've had so far. What do you think?
I do agree. Yeah, you're being quite serious. Kinda, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Are you
Yeah.
surprised by that, Cruiser man?
Anytime you're not a troll, I'm very surprised. You're normally a troll.
Yeah, maybe so, but yeah, sometimes I can be quite serious, especially with my friend that I've known for 9 years. He actually he sees my serious side more often than not. But it took a while, like maybe I would say 3 years for him to see my serious side. At first, it was just I probably at first I met him on the internet, as you probably may or may not know. But at first I was silent for a couple years. I was trollish, but then I slowly opened my shell to him because he was a nice guy,
Yeah, why don't you open yourself
relatable.
to me, like break character and let me into your inner world and the inner workings of what. I mean, come on now, let me know what you're all about.
The inner slasher, as they say.
That's right. I want to know what's on the inside.
Yeah, well, truth be told, I just try to have a little fun like you. Truth be told, though, I'm really not much different from you at all. Like and to be real with you,
Yeah. How so? How do you
both.
think you're similar to me?
We're both isolated, hermit, introverted, more socially
Hikimori.
isolated. Yeah,
Yes,
introverted hermit
socially.
loners.
Yes, there we go. You sure? Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, and we're both hard to understand. We both got, perhaps split personality of some form. We both make weird noises, like you go festraha, and I go lilu lilu. That's another thing. So there's quite a
Yeah.
list of things.
Yeah.
We're both we both switch sides a lot. We both on YouTube. We're YouTube creators. That's another thing right off the bat there, but that's pretty obvious. But we could sometimes we're the dastardly evil here. Other times we're on the good side. We switch sides often. It seems like you know.
Yeah, that's true. I get more attention being a bastard. That's what I get more comments.
Yeah,
I get more interaction with the well, more a lot of thumbs down, but I think that's still more interaction. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll go back to being a bad guy at some point. I'm sure I will.
yeah, and I think I'm gonna make this one public, this podcast, because now with me, sometimes I have a hard time generating into the thoughts into the art of the spoken word because I have so many different thoughts that go around constantly. But talking with you more often on these podcasts and Headworks briefly, I think I'm starting to master the art of the spoken word a little bit and try to focus on like what I'm trying to talk about rather than go off into things in my mind where I'm just going everywhere. It's like bazillion thoughts a minute. I don't know if you experience this or not, but I'm sure you do.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, sure. I mean, when I get schizophrenic episodes, the last time we were doing a podcast, I got a schizophrenic episode, and my thoughts were all over the place about dastardly things, and I couldn't even concentrate or focus, and I had to end with a quickness and whatnot. But yeah, I'm been taking my medicine and all that, and I'm back to good. And yeah, my thoughts are not dastardly, so I'm having a good time. Sure, it's nice.
That's very good, Cruiser Man. I was worried about you there when that happened. I
Yeah,
tried to help you out using psychology on you, but that seems you were kind of closed off there.
yeah, yeah. Um,
That's how I laugh.
yeah, good.
That's
That's
a
nice.
I sound like a crack addict, don't I?
A little bit, sure.
Yeah. And so let's say hypothetically we were talking about this, but let's say you had to go to a group home. Satan forbid that. But you had to go to a group home and like you had no idea until it was too late. Like you already got this room and. Lo and behold, the aging scat addict who was living there. What would you do?
I would have to live with the aging scat addict for at least a month and until I can find some other place to reside. So yeah, I'd be stuck living with him for a month.
That's realistic, Cruiser Man, because I know that would have to happen. Because I know, like, once you sign a contract or whatever, you have to, stay there for at least a month.
Yeah.
So that's realistic right there. That's I appreciate that answer. But so let's say our group homes usually. Do you like share the room entirely, or is there like a wall that separates you and the other person, or how does that
There's
work?
no wall. There's just a room with two beds, and that's pretty much it. Just a room with two beds. And typically, I mean, never have I seen a TV in there. I mean, yeah, you get no form of entertainment unless you got your own phone and whatnot. So yeah, just two beds in a room, and yeah, that's where you sleep.
I see. So it's just this little confined room, probably no more, not much bigger than my garage, huh?
Probably smaller than that. It's just a regular
Oh, damn.
room. Yeah.
So if you were to share this a place like that with the aging scat addict, it would not be too good on for you.
Would not be good. Like we would be in close proximity to one another. If he had the coronavirus, I mean, I'd certainly get it.
And you definitely know he has that among a bunch of other things.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I mean, I'm sure he fornicates a great deal. So, yeah, I'm sure whatever he's got, I don't want.
Right. I think well, they're pretty even with each other. Dan Siley and the aging scat eye, both pedophiles, which those are like the worst possible things a human being can be.
Yeah.
Like whether you have emotions that are triggered upon that once you hear that or not, that's just that's I know for a fact that's just a bad thing to be. So I mean, both of them are way down on the lowest end of human scum that you can possibly get.
Yeah.
So Especially, I would say. I gotta ask you first though. Which one do you fear more, the Dan Siley or the aging scat addict?
Ah, probably the aging addict because listen, I'm not a teenage girl, so Dan Siley ain't gonna do nothing to me. I would suspect, you know.
Right, but he did have that creepy live stream where he wanted to talk about moving in with you or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. He wanted me to move in down there into his apartment with him and whatnot, and yeah, I was actually thinking about it at one time because that's when I was first living at the place I was at, and I was thinking I really wanted to leave, and like I didn't know where to go, and I was looking into options, so I was considering it, but not to be his roommate. Like he said, he was going to be leaving his apartment and moving in with this girl Kim that he used to date that he's friends with, and that I could take over his apartment. So that's what I was going to go down there for, to take over his apartment, and he was going to leave. So that
Oh
was
wow.
what it was going to be about. Sure, yeah.
But you never know. Like that sounds pretty good to be true. Like, what if, let's say, you moved into that apartment and Dan Silent like booby trapped it and took you as his hostage or something like that. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, that would not be good. And plus, listen, I would not. I would have been effed if I went there now. I mean, with this coronavirus and whatnot. I
Oh
mean, I'd
yeah.
be stuck in a population highly infected with the virus. So it's a good thing I didn't go down there.
Oh yeah. And let's go back to the aging scat addict for a bit because I know this could be a quite a possible scenario since he travels around. Obviously the last we've seen him, he was in a hotel somewhere in California, I presume. So
Yeah.
and he knows that you used to frequent group homes, so that would be a place you would probably end up. Maybe to go undercover for a while, to hide his tracks a little bit. He probably would do that.
Yeah.
So
Maybe.
I would say it's pretty plausible and highly likely that if you were to go to a group home, that you would meet him.
The aging scat addict or
Yeah,
Siley?
the
The aging
aging
scat
scat
addict.
addict.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would not want to meet him. I mean, he's a weird looking guy. I mean, he wants to me to come home and whatnot. He said in a video once.
yep.
Yeah, yeah. I really don't want to meet that guy. I don't want to be in a close proximity to him. I don't know what he would do. Would he kill me? I'm not sure. Would he try to rape me? And I don't know, drain my anus of all its resources. I don't know.
Yeah, he could do a lot of things, Cruiser Man, and also that remember that picture that with the beetles all over his genitalia there. That was something that to be concerned of too.
Yeah. Oh,
But
sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so
Think it
call
might
up.
go dead? Well,
Do you
no, go
hear
ahead.
me, Cruiser Man?
I
Are
hear
you
you
Cruiser
now.
Man?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was getting a little worried that I'm gonna check my wire. Okay, my wire's back in. Okay. Anyway, I was saying, the aging scat addict is also a master of the insects.
Yeah.
So, uh, like he probably could like cast a spell upon you to have a bunch of little beetles go after you and eat you alive.
Oh, not good. I do not like beetles, bugs of any kind, insects. They creep me out. Yeah, I've been having ants crawl up on the bed where I'm at right now. I see one
Oh,
periodically, and I squish them in my fingertips. I roll them around, roll them into a ball, and flick them on the ground below. And yeah, I mean, it's aunt, kids, and wife. I'm sure are going to be broken, hoarded about the whole situation. But listen, you come into my bed. I mean, you put your life at risk. And listen, I am. I don't know what the word for it is, but the guy. Yeah, listen.
anti-insect.
Well, I'm the judge, jury, and executioner. Executioner, I am. That's the word I was looking for. And yeah, I
Oh
will
yeah.
render you extinct, my friends.
Yeah, well, I'm sure maybe that's probably a sign that with the ants coming along, that's a sign that the aging scat addict might be on your tail there,
He
summoning the
might.
insects upon you. Yeah,
It's possible.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
And what
possible.
if by you killing them, it pisses him off even more.
Well, I'm not sure. Like, listen, he's as mad as he's gonna be. So let's see this guy. Let's meet him. You know.
Oh, yeah, but the more angry he gets, the more crazy he gets.
Oh wow. Well, then I want to meet him immediately. So I meet him
Yeah,
at his
before.
least craziness. You know.
Yeah, so maybe if you go to a group home, it'll be a chance to end him before he gets too powerful and too strong.
Yeah, that is
We
true.
could put that to a conclusion once and for all, and you never have to worry about him again. You know.
Yeah, sure.
About the thing about him though, I mean, his rapid aging slows him down, but the more scat he accumulates on his flabby chicken wing body, the tougher and stronger he gets because it shields him from any external damage, and the scat also acts as external muscle fiber, so he's able to contract his muscular movement more efficiently to make him a lot stronger than he normally would be.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, but look, if this scat addict, listen, I'm gonna have to procure me some sort of. I do have a Swiss Army knife, so listen, if he gets out of hand, and I'm gonna lop his genitalia clean off, and then I mean, pretty much there goes any fun he could ever have again. I mean, there goes everything.
But what if, like, with all this scat, he could grow it back and it would be more of a scat penis?
A scat penis.
Yeah, just made a scat.
I'm going. I don't know. Listen. I'm sure there's some sort of an animal that feeds on defecation for its meals. I'll locate that, whatever it is, and then I'm going to tie the scat addict up with. He's going to be covered in feces, and whatever this animal is that is into that sort of thing, I'm going to unleash upon the aging scat addict, and then yeah, he's not going to be having a good time anymore.
Well, that means you're going to have to do quite a hell of a lot of research on what kind of animal is into that sort of thing.
Listen, a quick Google search is going to give me the
Oh yeah,
results. Yeah.
yeah. But you might have to somehow get to another country where this animal may exist and bring agent scat addict with you to put in the presence of this animal.
That is true. Yeah, that's going to be quite difficult, I'd imagine. Well, listen, I'll just say,
Yeah.
hey, listen, Scat Addict, I'm taking you on a vacation. We're going to go to Bermuda, or we're going to go to Australia, or whatever weird location we can get to secure a moment with this animal. He's not going to even know why we're going there. I'm just going to go, yeah, hey, we're going on this trip. I'm going to show you the sights, and this is one of them. Let's go. And yeah, he's probably going to be scared of conflict, scared of confrontation. He's not going to want to. He's probably a people pleaser, and he's going to want to go along with me, even though he really doesn't want to. He's going to say yes because he doesn't want to hurt my feelings, and we're going to go. And yeah, he's going to have not a good time.
You're right about that. That's actually pretty smart of you to think of because he's attracted to you too. So he'll go where you go, he goes. So that's how he
Yeah, there we
works.
have it. Yes,
So
there we have
that's
it.
we've developed a good plan right there, Cruiser Man.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. So ultimately, what would happen if you two shared a room together, a group home together? You would somehow, we haven't really went into depth about this, but you would somehow coax the aging scat addict to go with you. Maybe instead of trying to kill him, which might not even work at this point. You never know
Yeah,
how much stronger he's gotten as of lately. He could be building more scat to his body, and he may be a super beast right now. Even though he's sacrifices speed, what he sacrifices in speed and flexibility from the rapid aging, he gains in strength and toughness over the years.
yeah, my friend.
You know,
Sure. Yes.
and
Yeah.
so like you could probably outrun this guy, probably avoid his swings, but if he catches you, especially if you would be sleeping, you would be in a world of trouble there.
Well, that's why I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to run. I'm going to run like the wind. That's what I'm going to be doing. He's not going to know. Listen, I'm the king at hide and go seek. Like, I can squeeze inside such a small space. I mean, like, he's
Yeah,
going to bypass me. I mean, his eyes are probably, I mean, covered a wee bit from that mask. I mean, he does got full vision and whatnot. So, yeah, it's going to be quite easy to not be in his field of vision. I'm gonna just maneuver right past him. He's not gonna find me. I'm all good.
unless he takes the mask off for extra peripheral vision, and he's got those glasses too that might help him with his peripheral vision. So that would make him hard. Although he is 6'6", so I'm you 5'9", you can obviously fit in more tight corners and areas that he can't get to.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
true.
works in your favor.
Yeah.
Um, so you could escape, obviously. Like you could enter the room and he's there, and you'd be like, "Nope, I'm getting out of here." But that would increase your chances of getting the coronavirus because you could run. You're panicking, you're running for your life. You're eventually going to run into a crowd of people, so that's a risk right then of itself.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Listen, I don't want the virus. I'm gonna stay far away from people. The 6 foot rule. That's what TV has told me. And one moment, the old anus wants to make a statement. Hold on. Hold on. Nope, that's
Oh,
solid defecation. Wait, no, I think that's solid defecation in there. The old
yeah.
anus. Yeah.
I was disappointed there, Cruiser Man. I thought the audience was going to enjoy this the first time on my channel. Maybe next
Yeah.
time, Cruiser Man.
Maybe, maybe next time.
Because I
Yeah.
know this is actually fun. We should do more podcasts in the future together. What do you say?
I we'll see what happens. Because I won't be. This is my Wi-Fi phone I'm on now. Once I
Oh,
leave here, I'll be back to my AT&T phone. And when I'm using my AT&T phone on StreamYard, there's a weird buzzing noise when I'm on it for whatever the
oh,
reason, and it never
Black Beetle.
stops. Yeah.
It's
Well,
the Black
no, it's not the
Beetle,
black.
Cruiser.
It's different from the black beetle.
Oh, what kind of insect is
It
this?
lasts the whole time. It's like static. It's like a light static will happen on my phone.
Well, that sounds like a fucking cicada to me, Cruiser Man. You know how they just
Mhm.
could go all day long.
Yeah.
So that's the cicada, the black cicada, we'll call it.
Oh, I see. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing about the aging scat addict, though, is he's angry since you abused the black beetle for so long,
Yeah.
and he just he wants the black beetle to be taken care of. That's really what he wants.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
Yeah. So the you have decided that if you were to gaze upon the aging scat addict in a group home, despite you signing the contract and everything, you would just flat out run away from the whole situation.
No, because I need. Well, I would. I don't want to live on the street. I don't want to sleep in the elements, especially when winter comes around. So I'd have no
Very
choice
true.
but to live with the scat addict. I'd have to live with the scat addict, and yeah, I just don't. Would he want to fornicate with me? What's his deal with that? I'm not sure.
He is a chicken wing man, after all. He probably want to do that with you too. He probably shove chicken wings up your ani there.
Oh well then I have no choice but to let him because what else am I going to do? So I
Yeah.
guess he can play with my butthole if he listen. I'll offer my butthole up to him. Yeah, here it is, my friend. There's the buttocks. Yeah, get up in there,
Yeah.
scat addict. Yeah.
So you wouldn't try to fight him off or anything like that?
Now, I just say, listen, take your time as long as you need, and but let me know when you're done. Pretty much.
Well, that's gonna be all fucking day with him.
Oh wow. All right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because you know how determined and dedicated he is to get the fine.
yeah. Sure.
Worse than that,
Listen,
Cruiser Man.
yeah. We'll see what
Because
happens. Yeah.
yeah, because he wants you to return home, meaning he wants assume you, perhaps.
Oh well. Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna get into a fight. I'm not gonna get into fisticuffs. If he wants a moment with my anus, the old ani, I mean, he's just gonna have to take it and enjoy and whatnot. Sure, that's all right. Enjoy my anus, my friend.
Enjoys to the scat addict.
Yeah.
Enjoy to the scat addict. So you would be living with the scat addict saying, enjoy this ani. That's what you
Yeah,
would do.
that's right. Listen, if he wants to bestow his penis upon my buttocks and whatnot and have fun with it and all that jazz, that's on him. I'll just hope he doesn't have the coronavirus. That's all.
But what if you know that he's about to end your life? How would you take that?
Not well. I'd cry. I'd beg, please, sir, do not render me lifeless and whatnot and all that. Sure,
Oh,
certainly. Yeah.
and so you wouldn't try to do fisticuffs even in that scenario?
Would I try? No. The last case. That's a last resort. Those fisticuffs.
Yeah, and that would be hard against him. Your best bet is, well, I suppose you could gas him out too. I'm not sure how good his endurance is. Probably not very good. You probably have a much higher in endurance than he does. You could probably, dodge his moves, run around, and eventually he'll gas out, and then you could jump on his 6'6" shoulders, and that'll knock him
Yeah.
down. Probably, you just got to put a lot of momentum and oof into it, and he'll go crashing down to the floor.
Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah. Listen, that scat addict.
Yeah, cruiser man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen. When I get angry, when I get upset, I turn from a pussy, a wuss, somebody who does not like confrontation, into a wild beast. I'll get right up in your face, into your grill, and I'll grab a hold of the collar of your shirt. I'll throw you against a wall. I'll knee you in the chest, and I'll throw hands. And I'm not scared at that point. There's like a switch that flips. It's like a switch personalities, you know.
Just like me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
that's cool. Cool. I have more confidence in you now that you could perhaps defeat this aging scat addict if it came down to you being a group home with him.
Yeah, I think I would. I know I would. I would own him. I'd throw hands with him. He would not see it coming. I'm lightning quick. I hit like with fierce boulders. It's like I got two boulders on my wrists, and like when they collide with your face, they'll break the bones in your face. You know, your jaw and whatnot. You won't be able to eat chew food. Your mouth will be
Or
wired
scat
shut, or scat, or any
in this
bodily
case.
fluid. Yeah.
And if he couldn't consume scat, I mean, it's what ultimately caused him to deteriorate to
Yeah.
this level of bad health and whatnot. But I think at this point, he can only benefit from eating scat. So if you took away that source of food, he would ultimately die out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think a couple blows to the mouth, perhaps from you, would, it would be a slow, painful death for him.
Hmm. Yeah, I do believe so.
So
I'm
that's
gonna render. Listen, I'm gonna decapitate this dude with my fists. I'm just gonna this fucking punch him right in the jaw. His bones gonna break. He won't be able to chew. He won't be able to eat scat. All the things that he loves. I mean, yeah, it's not. I'm gonna break his wrist too. He's not gonna wipe adequately. He's gonna have to defecate and then climb. He's not gonna be able to scrape the defecation off his anus and smear it on a slice of bread and eat it. He's not gonna be able to do these things.
nope. Yeah, well, it's really, we learned a lot from this conversation. We've discovered and formulated three different scenarios that you could avoid or defeat the aging scat addict. One of which would be that you just flee and hope for find another group home well,
Yeah.
which would probably be in emergency cases. The second option that we've went down to is that you could be nice to him and convince him to go to one of these countries where there could be an animal that would be into this scat that would eat him alive. And the third would be, you know, being manning up and taking him down and take down his main source of strength, which is his own mouth.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's three things. So this has podcast. Wouldn't you say, Cruiser Man?
I would agree. Yeah, yeah. I had a great deal of fun and whatnot. We talked about how I'm going to defeat the scat addict. Hold on, the anus does, I think, want to make a brief statement.
Okay.
Oh, oh, the anus did agree. He did agree that, yeah, the anus is going to use its own source of defecation to smear on the face of the agent scat addict to get in his nostrils, in his mouth, suffocate him with the defecation and render him deceased.
You
The
know
anus is going to
that is the
defeat the
fourth
scat
option.
addict. Yeah, the
That's
anus is
the
going to
fourth
defeat him.
option because you know, because you could have your old little pal, the AI, go in your aid against the aging scat addict.
Yeah, that's right. That's what's going
Yes,
to happen. It
yeah,
takes defecation to defeat the scat addict, the aging scat
yeah.
addict.
You know that saying, "Fight fire with fire." That applies to this scenario too.
Yeah, I do believe. Yes.
Yeah, scat versus scat.
Yeah. May the best
So
man win.
in a way, you're a scat man yourself.
That's right. Yeah, I'm very, interested in defecation and scat, and looking into it and seeing what remnants of foods in there and whatnot, the texture, the taste. Like I love all the information I gather from defecation and scat.
That's very good. My college buddy would be also interested in that since he's a scat fan as well.
Oh, I did. Yeah, yeah. Did you say gay? For it sounded like you said you. I mean, you almost said the word gay, and then you said scat man. But there was a you said gay. It was the start of the word gay. Is that what you were going to say there?
Well, I don't know if he is or not, but I was saying that he's my college friend that's into that.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I
Uh,
see.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, maybe if you were friends with him and the aging scat act, it'll be one hell of a threesome.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I'll get all
Yeah.
up in his anus. Yeah, I'll get all up in his anus, and that's what I'll do.
And you know, since I helped you with all of these plans against the aging scat addict, you think you will turn me the favor and make me a moderator in your streams again?
We'll see. We'll wait and see and find out. That's a possibility, but I don't know yet.
Okay, and also about your current roommate, is he still at night? Does he still go in front of your door and kind of spy on you?
Not since the first night that I know of, but yesterday or this morning, I woke up and my TV and light was off, and I think I had the light on all night and the TV, so he must have came in here and turned it off. So yeah, I was at his
That's scary.
mercy. Yeah, he could have killed me and didn't, so I'm glad for that.
Is he here right now?
He might be listening to me through the door right now at this very moment, for all I know.
Oh, that's interesting. Hey, roommate, leave Cruiser Man alone, or I'll kill you.
Yeah, there we go.
You listen to this, roommate? You don't want to fuck with the Cruiser Man. I'm after you now, roommate.
Yeah,
That'll teach him,
nice.
Cruiser Man.
I think so.
I also have another word for you, roommate. Give him 90 days at least, or don't evict him at all. That's better.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's good.
There you go, roommate. You better listen up to what I had to say there. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's good.
What? Yeah, what'd you think about that, Cruiser man? Do you think he heard that?
Uh, yeah, maybe. I think so.
Hey, roommate, did you hear me?
Hmm.
I heard myself.
Yeah, yeah,
Damn, I'm pretty loud.
yeah.
Hey, roommate, how big are your titties? Are they saggy?
Nice.
Okay, enough of the roommate stuff. I don't want to make him mad. But that is creepy to have him go in your room like that. I would not appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't.
By the way, roommate, do you like scat?
Hmm.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Would not surprise me.
Hmm.
That would not surprise the old slasher man.
Yeah.
So, another question: if you and the aging scat addict shared a room together, and you know, let's just say, he wasn't trying to kill you or anything, but he was doing his other weird shenanigans with the scat and stuff and obsessing over you. Would you try to still do YouTube at that point, living with him?
I would probably invite him on the YouTube and interview him and whatnot and all that jazz. Sure.
That's interesting, and that would probably get you viral.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Viral with the coronavirus, maybe if he had it and all that. Sure.
That's a good way to put it. But viral with that, and viral on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's that would be quite possible. But listen, hopefully you don't have to share the same space and proximity with this guy. This guy is seems to be very deranged and dangerous, much more than I or Dan Siley and the likes of those guys.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Sure.
I think this may be your worst stalker ever. What do you think in your whole decade of YouTube? That was this be the worst?
He scared me the most. So, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever had any other stalkers besides him and Dan Siley?
Uh, there's this guy named the Slasher Man that no matter how many times I block him, he keeps coming back.
I wouldn't say I'm a stalker though. I would say I'm your best friend. So I mean that's a little different.
Oh, I see. All right.
By the way, do you regret ever blocking me?
Do I regret it?
Yeah.
No, I felt it was deserved every time you were blocked.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah.
But what
It
about
felt it felt
now? Are you
justified. Go ahead.
are you glad that you unblocked me?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was the right move to unblock. I do believe.
Well, I appreciate that, Cruiser man.
Yeah, anytime.
You know, I'm probably, besides Headwork, I'm probably your most loyal follower slash friend. I would say. What do you say?
I would agree, sure.
Yeah, and what do you think about that?
It's nice to have anybody follow me for that length of time. In fact, the anus would like to show its appreciation for you. One moment.
well,
Oh, there we go. The anus saying,
I,
yeah, thank God that the old cruise man unblocked the old slasher man.
well, I definitely appreciate that from you and the old A9. I'm glad you unblocked me and put up with the old slasher man.
Yeah, anytime, sure.
Because, I could be either somebody's worst nightmare or I could be their best friend in the whole wide world. That's me.
Uh, cool. That's cool. Yep.
I've noticed you've been staying up later as of lately. What do you think the cause of that is? You usually used to go to sleep at like 10 o'clock your time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because, well, we've been on here for 46 minutes, so that would have been the start of it at 11 something. I'm just not tired. I don't know why. I'm just not tired yet. I mean, once I get to that
Huh?
point, I'll know it's time to go to bed.
Oh, that's very interesting. So, you reckon that the anxiety with whole roommate situation, you think that's why have been staying up a little later than usual lately?
I'm, well, I slept early yesterday. I think fell asleep around 10. So, I
Oh,
fell asleep then. Yeah. So I don't know why. I don't know.
so it's a little different each time. That's like me.
Yeah.
Except now that I'm laid off work from my own accord because of this virus, just to be safe, because I don't know how dangerous this thing really is yet. It looks pretty bad lately, and so I've been just staying home myself. I'm gonna probably stay home for the next week and a half or so, just kind of collect my thoughts and about this whole situation. So I'm just living on my SSI and just playing it cool for now. And my sleep schedule is I just probably go to bed at 8 a.m. and then wake up at 4 to 5 p.m. I'm what you call a vampire for sure.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. I can
And that's
tell. I
why,
can tell.
yeah, what were we going to say?
Yeah, I could just. I used to do that too. I used to not go to bed till like 4 or 5 a.m. But now because I actually like sleeping full length of sleep around 8 hours and waking up that early in the morning. But yeah, there's no real reason for me to get up that early at this point. So yeah. In
Yeah.
fact, the anus would like to make a statement. Oh, oh, it just blew you a kiss, is what it did. It blew you a kiss.
Well, your and I seems a little bit on the same team there. I don't. Oh, I don't think there's a gender to ani though. I think you've said that too. Because if you know
Yeah.
you're a guy and you shave it, it looks the same as a female ani.
I don't. Does it? It looks the same. I don't know what kind of woman's anus you're looking at, but have you seen a sexy woman's anus? I mean, that cannot be confused with a man's. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, but some people say that when I shave mine, it looks like really thick, and it seems like most women have a thicker anis than guys do, and I myself have a really pretty big, thick ani, wouldn't you say?
I've seen it spread wide open. I've seen your anal lips and whatnot. It's so delicate, so moist.
Moist for sure,
Yeah.
because I never wipe.
Oh wow, that's good. That's good.
The thing is, I didn't actually buy any toilet paper. Everybody's been buying toilet paper, and I never buy toilet paper, so I'm not worried about that.
Oh wow, that's gross.
What?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nasty.
If I have a big deuce, though, what I do is I squatted the bathtub area, and I have the shower hose. I take the shower hose down off its handle, whatever it's called. I bring it down. I point it at the direction of my ani, and I squirt all the scat, and I watch it flow down to the drain, and that's how I clean the ani every couple years or so.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's probably more like a couple of times a week, I would say. Even if I shit, it's usually not sticking in there because I shave my ani, so that I don't get dingleberries hanging down there, on the hairs, grasping for dear life, swinging
Oh wow.
like on the rope of Tarzan. You probably seen that.
You sure? Yeah.
You
I've listen. I've put buried my face in a lady's anus, and I even got shards of toilet paper in my mouth periodically. So yeah, that's yes. I mean, yeah. I mean, you don't even need hair in there to get those toilet paper shards. I mean, you're gonna blast that with water afterwards.
Oh yeah, I was referring mostly. Well, I've had when I had a hairy ass. I've been shaving my ass since I was 15 when it got over out of hand. But the main thing that I did it was because I had little turds that would hang on there, and as if they were swinging on the rope like good old Tarzan, hanging on for dear life. Up in the
Nice.
crevice there, that
Yeah.
region that lays between each of my cheeks up there.
Sure. Yeah.
So I got tired of that, trying to wipe that because I had quite the hairy ani. So the hairs would get stuck up there when I would wipe. They would pull the hairs and it would be pretty painful. So I just said, I'm going to take this old razor, just shave it all that crap out. So I've been doing that for quite a number of years now.
Nice. That's something. Yeah. That's I mean, how long does it take to shave your lane eye? I mean, how long does that take?
Well, I do it every day, but back when I used to not do it every day because I don't know any better, when the hairs got really long, especially my first time I ever did it, they grew so long. I would have to say those were like 3 inches long each hair. Uh,
Sure. Yeah.
yeah, as a 15-year-old. So here I was, little confused mini slasher, 15 years old, saying, I got this jungle here. How do I get rid of it? So I found this old razor on the side of the road, and I took it with me to the house and went to the bathroom with this. I was desperate. And it probably took me 30 minutes to get rid of all the hairs down there.
Hmm. Wow.
I heard the
Yeah.
black beetle, by the
Yeah,
way.
that was the black beetle. Yeah, that's what that was.
Who caused the black beetle to vibrate?
It was Discord.
Oh, they must be watching. That's probably from my server. They're probably watching or something.
Maybe. Sure. Maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, it took me 30 minutes, and now it only takes me like 30 seconds to cover the whole area because I do it every day now.
Oh wow. Yeah, you don't get
Yeah.
razor burn doing that. You don't get razor burn from the stubble that you're shaving there.
Luckily for me, never had that problem. Maybe the first few times, but my skin down there has really started to toughen up, and I haven't had any problems since. So it's all been good.
Nice. All right, that's good.
And you know
Yeah.
the funny thing is, I've been using the same old razor that I used the first time, but that I just found on the side of the road, all rusty.
Hmm. Wow.
So that razor has been a lot of miles on my ani.
Yeah. Yeah, I
A
could
lot,
imagine. Yeah.
a lot of miles, a lot of wear and tear. But I still use that darn tough little nut.
Hmm. Nice.
Yeah, and so I do that every day, and it also gets a lot of the scat out, so it keeps it relatively clean in the old ani too.
Hmm. Lovely. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
that's quite lovely.
Yeah.
Uh, so cruiser man, you know, what do you think of head work? Uh,
What do I think of him? Like as a
yeah,
human being, he's a
yes.
cool human being. He's a cool guy.
How long have you known him?
I feel like it's been at least a couple of years that we've been talking. Yeah, if extensively, you know.
Yeah, I think you and me, we've known each other since no, November of 2018.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's not too bad, I guess. Yeah, it's not been that long.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
uh,
Yeah.
and I've been watching you since early around 2013, I would say.
Oh wow. All right.
Yeah, so quite a length of time.
Why did it take you so long to message me directly?
Well, I was that was a point in my life where I was heavily isolated. I would say. I lived in my old basement for quite a number of years. I was in high school, but I was in a private high school with less kids than normal because I didn't like being in large groups of people, especially my own age, because they were too rowdy, too noisy, and I couldn't handle all that noise. And so I was, a teacher actually pointed out to me and asked me, "Why don't you talk?" Just like how they, said to you. And I said, "I don't know. I just that's just me." And he said, "Well," he was an English teacher, by the way. He said, that would make you an introvert. And I was like, what is that? As you know, most people don't know what the word means. So what I did after
Yeah.
that day, I looked up the word introvert, and that's how I found your channel, as a matter of
Oh,
fact.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you found
that's
it
how.
from didn't you? I thought you said you found it from Elliot Rodger.
No, that was probably the second couple of because I found you in 2013 before the whole Elliot Roger thing.
Oh, all right.
But
Nice.
I think I watched all your videos, and then one day I was on YouTube again because I took a break from YouTube, watching YouTube because I was heavily involved in a game called World of Tanks, which is it's how I met my other friend that I've known for quite a number of years now. But
Yeah.
your Elliot Roger video was on my recommended page because I actually learned about him from you, and then I
Oh
stumbled upon
yeah.
your video. I was like, who's this guy? And then I saw Silence Within Me had made a video about him too, and I looked at his video and I was like, man, I gotta look this guy up. So that's how I found out about Elliot Roger.
Oh wow. All right.
Yeah, and it took me a long time to direct message you because I'm not exactly sure why. I guess I didn't really know about your Facebook page, and I didn't have a Facebook page at the time anyway.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
see.
I would have. I think I've commented a couple times all those years ago on my old YouTube channel, although that got deleted. But I probably commented a few times, but I noticed back then you didn't really respond to the comments back in those days.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess not. Huh? That's true.
Yeah, so I've actually commented quite a while before I actually PM'd you on Facebook. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Hmm.
and your introverted videos and social anxiety videos were really nostalgic when I go back and look at them because it reminds me of the time when I was researching a lot about this, and this is how I actually got heavily into psychology in general. Studying the mind. You were the first channel that I saw about this whole thing, and the analysis of the powers of the mind that be. So that really
Yeah.
sparked my interest.
Nice. I'm glad to be of service. Sure. That's good.
Yeah, I would say you're a heavily underrated YouTuber that definitely needs more recognition. I'm sure, as of lately, you've been actually garnering a bunch of attention lately, especially when you're the dastardly evil heel.
Oh yeah, I should. Maybe I'll get back to doing the dastardly evil heel. I don't know. Like a lot of people liking the puppet. I'm having a lot of fun with the puppet, but like I don't know. I'm not sure what's better, what direction I should go in. The anus would like to share its opinion on that. Hold on. Oh, I think I need to change my underpants. Yeah, the anus is
Yeah,
saying do both. The anus is saying do both. Just whenever the mood shall strike, I guess.
yeah. So that's pretty cool. In this podcast, we've covered quite a bit of stuff, and that's pretty cool. Maybe you would make a video either tonight or probably tomorrow. Maybe link in your video to this podcast. What do you think?
Oh, maybe. Sure, that's a
Because
possibility. Sure.
yeah, because I think people would learn more about the old slasher man and the cruiser man and the minds that are between the confines of their ears.
Yeah. I could do that, maybe. Sure. Yeah.
That would be highly appreciated if you did, Cruiser Man.
Sure. All right. I'll do it. Why not?
Yeah, you could say this is one of my OG followers of YouTube that has been watching me for a very good length of time.
Yeah. All
He's
right.
like my younger twin with hair and muscles. You could say that.
Nice. Yeah. It will be done, my friend.
Well, thank you very much, Cruiser Man. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like time to resolve the podcast to wrap things up because like it's getting near my bedtime. I feel my body wanting to is beginning to fight a strong relaxation that's going to turn into a lovely sleep. I do believe.
Well, that's good. And with that, I'll say my final words. You'll say your final words. So,
All right.
first of all, this was a really good experience. My end, I really enjoyed this podcast, and it would be cool to do more in the future whenever you could. What do you say? And
Oh,
now you
sure.
could include your final thoughts of the whole thing as well, if you want to say anything more.
Sure, I had a good time. It had a lot of fun and whatnot. The anus did speak.
Oh yeah.
It had grown silent for a great length of time, and the old slasher man woke him right up. He awakened the sleeping giant. So I'm thanking Mr. Slasher for reuniting me with the anus, and me and the old Lena are gonna have some good conversations now that it's talking again.
But that is very good, Cruiser Matt. Now, do you have any other details you want to provide?
No, that's I think I pretty much covered it all, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. Hopefully, nobody really was watching this. That's why I think post production, that would be cool if you had some if you gave a little shout out to this, and I'm sure a lot of people learn about you and me as well from this and learning quite a number of things. I think that'll be a really good benefit if you linked this in your future video.
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah. Well, somebody, at least one person is watching because he just hit me up on Facebook saying that he's watching. So somebody did
That's cool.
watch. Somebody's watched. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ryan Olmstead. I appreciate the
Yeah.
comment there, Ryan. But yeah, I know there's going to be some people that are going to watch this post upload. So this is going to be good because I don't want this to go in the dust. I want it to be seen by the public eye. What do you say,
Yeah.
Cruiser Man?
Yeah. Sure. Definitely. Yeah.
So with that having been said, I really appreciate you coming on and talking with me, Cruiser Man.
Yeah.
It's been a
Thank you.
blast.
Yeah,
And
I
with that
agree.
said, I'm going to end this broadcast, and I want to say good night to everybody and the Cruiser Man, and I'll see you on Facebook, Cruiser Man.
Later.
Okay, later.